On this episode of Ask TK, we're going to talk about how to scale your business like never before. This episode being brought to you by my cigar. Success, because it's a motivation, it's a constant reminder for you never to give up. You will be successful in all that you do. I'm also filming in my private lounge, Black Smoke Social, powered by AJ Fernandez. Thank you to the AJ Fernandez Cigar team. So let's get to this question. I get these questions in my inbox about business related questions or cigar related questions, and this one was a really good question. The question was, how do you scale your business and grow your business? Great question, and I'm going to do my best to provide an interpretation of how I see it. So let's go ahead and get started. To scale your business or to grow your business, however you want to phrase it, is a new vocabulary word that you want to start to implement into your mindset, into your daily vocabulary. It's called Octaprenuership. You have something called entrepreneurship that we've all heard, right? Entrepreneurship. But there's something called Octaprenuership, which is something that I've created to put into my system. So what is Octapreneurship? Octapreneurship is the ability to take your company and to scale it 8 different ways. Hence the word octa, octopus, to have 8 tentacles from one particular entity. So let's take Black Smoke, for example. We have Black Smoke Miami, which is the annual festival, right? We have Black Smoke Magazine. We have Black Smoke Social Lounge. We have the Cigar. I also have Black Smoke limited edition cigars during the Black Smoke Festival. I have Black Smoke Distribution. I have Black Smoke Online. I got Black Smoke Forever. You see my point? I took one seed and that tree has planted and produced 8 different branches. That's Octapreneurship. I'm going to give you another example. Let's take a restaurant. So this restaurant says, man, we want to scale our business. We want to grow our business. Not a problem. So that restaurant sells food. That's great. Selling food is just one aspect. Now, how can we scale that or expand the services that restaurant provides? One example would be, we now sell merchandise. We sell shirts inside of our restaurant. So when people come to our restaurant, they can leave with a piece of us and it turns into a walking billboard. So now that restaurant not only sells food, now they sell shirts. Let's go a step further. In this new day of COVID, you now have to provide a service if you're looking to extend to get a particular reach of customer or to provide a more comfortable way of getting your product to that customer. So now that restaurant offers what? Deliveries, whether it's through one of the third-party apps or they do it internally. So now that restaurant does food, merchandise, and deliveries. Let's scale that restaurant again. So a lot of these bakeries, a lot of these little coffee shops that we see always have these little pastries, right? These little cupcakes and pies. Do you really think that bakery makes all of that? No, they do not. There's a bigger restaurant that has the ability to produce hundreds of or large quantity of a particular product, cakes, muffins, or whatever it is. That restaurant makes those deliveries to those smaller restaurants or to those smaller bakeries as a wholesale provider. So now that restaurant has gotten to the wholesale business. So now let's go down the list. Wholesale, merchandise, deliveries, and on-site dining. 4 different ways already that company has expanded their business. Now that restaurant says, let's scale it one more. Let's come out with a cookbook. Perfect. We're going to take grandma's old or auntie's old recipes, and we're now going to have a cookbook readily available on Amazon, or they can purchase the book inside of our store. So now that restaurant has a cookbook. Now that restaurant has deliveries. Now that restaurant has merchandise. Now that restaurant has wholesale. Now that restaurant has merchandise. That's 5 different avenues or 5 different tentacles when we're talking about entrepreneurship. And I even throw in one more. So now that restaurant has what is called a podcast or a video cast. That's right, their own internal TV show inside their restaurant, like I do inside of my lounge. Now they have a TV show. Now they do merchandise. Now they do deliveries. Now they have internal seating, dining, and now they have a TV show and a cookbook and more. Using that restaurant scenario is a perfect way for you to understand how you can scale and grow your business. If you go to my website, blacksmokenation.com, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to see Black Smoke Miami, the annual festival. You're going to see Black Smoke Magazine. You're going to see Black Smoke Lounge. You're going to see Black Smoke Blends. You're going to see Black Smoke Social Lounge. You're going to see more Black Smoke, Black Smoke, Black Smoke, Black Smoke, Black Smoke. Will you be able to scale to 8 different tentacles? Possibly. Will you supersede 8 different tentacles? Possibly. Will you supersede 1 tentacle? Absolutely, if you implement the study and the practice of octapreneurship versus entrepreneurship. Every scale, or rather every tentacle, or rather every expansion of your company, just keep in mind, is a new company. It's a new service that will require more time from the little bit of time you currently have, more effort, creativity, and possibly more staff. So just understand that just because you have a great idea to expand, just understand what you are capable of doing as far as financing, employees, hiring, and so forth within your respected industry. I hope I was able to answer this question with a different perspective of how to approach business and scalability of your company. I want you to do well. I want you to be extremely successful, just as my cigar constantly reminds you to do, to be successful. Could you be successful in entrepreneurship? Absolutely. Could you be successful in octapreneurship? Absolutely. Take your time. Don't try to do everything all at once. Every year, implement a new, different tentacle, and you are going to be in business for a long time. I am TK. Got a question about business? Got a question about cigars? Got a question about how to be more successful? Inbox me. You'll see on my website, Ask TK. Here's the direct link, and I will do my best to answer or interpret your question on Ask TK here, filmed at my personal private lounge. I wish you the best, and I wish you much success. TK, till next time.